Hello everyone and welcome back to Dusty Dan's Whiskey Reviews. So today we're going to be reviewing Old Carter Bourbon Batch 9. Now as you guys know, Old Carter won my Whiskey of the Year last year. It was very, very close between that and the Wild Turkey 17. But the overall complexity of the Bourbon Batch 5, I think, really ultimately won it for me. So I'm always really, really excited to get into anything that Old Carter releases, guys. So without further ado, let's go. All right, guys, welcome back. So this Old Carter is a 2021 release. Comes in at 116.8 proof. And is a high rye MGP bourbon. So let's go ahead and get into the nose on this one, guys. It's actually a really nice color. Very, very dark. Oh, that's a nice nose. Get some, like, almond. Some marzipan. Almond. Like a sweet oak. It's very candy-like on the nose. Very, very sweet. Almost like a creamy type smell. Yeah, very, again, that almond, marzipan almond I would say that really dominates the nose. It's definitely like a sweet oak there too. A little bit of oakiness. I'm surprised I'm not getting a lot more fruitiness with it being a high rye. Nothing really pops out to me that it's a high rye bourbon. Or MGP for that matter. I mean, typically most people who tend to drink a lot of MGP, whether it's sourced or their own, you can actually tend to pick that up on the nose, become very familiar with it. Yeah, very, very sweet on the nose. All right, guys, go to the palate. Cheers. Oh man. Wow. So this one, you do get some of those high rye notes. 116 proof. Again, not anything that's crazy high, but some of that high rye definitely comes into play here. You do get a lot of that fruitiness on the palate. Some of that oak that was on the nose definitely comes into play on the middle to the back of the palate. Has a short to medium finish. It kind of comes and goes. Yeah, I mean, there's some dark fruits in there towards the back of the palate. In front, I really didn't get a ton. I mean, there were some vanillas in there. There was some caramel. Some of that sweet oak kind of went from, almost really the middle to the back of the palate. And then some darker fruits that kind of come into play. That's a little fruity, though. Let's go and get a second sip, guys. Cheers. I know that sip was a little different. That one was very, very fruity on the palate. There's some citrus there on the sides. Nice, like orange. Just a little bit of honey, maybe a little bit of honey sweetness there, almost like a honey and a kind of like a graham cracker on the front. Sweet oak, middle to the back of the palate. Definitely some darker fruits in there. Maybe like maybe like a raisin almost. And then there's a spiciness to it, but I'm not picking up a lot of baking spices throughout it. I don't get any of that almond on the palate at all. Not a ton of viscosity on the palate either. Short to medium finish. But that honey graham cracker sweetness on the front. There is some like maybe a little bit of orange there on the sides of the palate, sweet oak in the middle into the back. Interesting. Let's get a last sip, guys. Here, cheers. Yeah, you can definitely tell this is a high rye bourbon. Again, a lot of spiciness from that high rye. Again, not a ton of citrus there on the sides. You do get some of that orange. Again, that sweetness, that honey graham cracker kind of on the front. Maybe like a little bit of like cinnamon there on the middle of the palate, kind of intertwines with that sweet oak, and then the darker fruits into the back. With that oak, some raisin. Yeah, vanilla, graham cracker on the front, that sweetness. Vanilla, graham cracker, some honey. It's actually, it does have some complexity to it, which I do like. I feel like if I were to really sit with this and sip it, I feel like I'd be able to get some more flavors out of it. Again, not a ton of viscosity. It's enough. I think that high rye kind of gives you that spiciness, that burn across your palate, kind of makes your mouth water a little bit. But it's not, it's not very oily and viscous. It kind of sits around and saturates. But yeah, I mean, overall, this is one of the better, I'd say, bourbon batches that Old Carter's put out. Again, this is a 2020 release of their bourbon. Again, not overly complex, but I feel like if you were to sit down with it and really kind of dig into it, that this one would actually kind of open up a little bit more. Overall, though, really, really good Bourbon Batch 9 from Old Carter. So I want to thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Dusty Dan's Whiskey Reviews, and I want to send a big thank you to Mark and Sherri Carter for supplying me with the sample to review on the channel. Again, guys, Old Carter kills it. They really do. Year after year, they put out stuff that is just remarkable. It is a little bit hard to find with distribution, but if you are ever able to come across a bottle in the wild, from my opinion, I highly recommend that you pick it up and give it a try. So again, thank you, Mark and Sherri Carter, for the sample. If you guys are looking for more reviews like this, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, bell notification to be alerted of any upcoming reviews or live streams. You also find me on Instagram at Dusty Dan's Whiskey Reviews. And until next time, guys, stay dusty.